Welcome to my pre-challenge video for Nails Next Top Nail Artist. This is a video diary on how I created this little buddy right here. This little thingy right here took me about 20 hours to finish over 3 days. By now I consider it a part of the family. I only got about 5 minutes to tell you all about this crazy journey, so well, let's just go right ahead and get started.
For this challenge, Nails Magazine and C&D asked us to come up with a 3-word tagline and create a 3D design over 10 tips using mixed media such as acrylic, gel, paints, etc. to illustrate it. The 3-word tagline should also be written out in the design. Did you say 3D what now? Yes, this was for sure a challenge as I've never worked with either acrylics or 3D in any way. But I asked for a challenge and I got it. Here's C&D's tagline that we had as inspiration, and the words are nails, fashion, beauty. I thought long and hard, and finally, I got an idea. I got a couple of tattoos that symbolizes me as a person. On my right arm is a mandala, which stands for creativity, so that ended up as my first word. I was born in July, which means that my zodiac sign is Cancer and the planet is the moon. In my mandala tattoo, I've incorporated a moon, which, for me, symbolizes that my creativity is in my blood as I got it from my family. Smart, huh? I started off by creating a moon with acrylic, painted it with chrome gel, painted some black swirly patterns, and adding flocking powder to create my own little fluffy moon. My other arm, I got 2 roses and a swallow. 1 rose for mom, 1 for dad, and the swallow is me. I created the roses with red and pink acrylic, and then I took some black acrylic paint and sponged it on to add some dimension to it and make it look like dark, almost black velvet roses. Just because I like it. And then I finished it off with matte top gloss and adding small drops of gel to make it look like water drops because why not? The swallow is also a symbol of being very close to your family as it always comes home after a long journey. I created the swallow by using a small piece of foil to create the body and then cover it with acrylic, building the wings and tail and stick it all together and finish with some acrylic paint and matte top gloss. My mom and dad have always been very supportive of my crazy ideas and they've always let me follow my creative dreams, which leads me perfectly to my next word, dream. As in, I always need to follow my dreams. My creativity comes from my dreams, and my dreams are fueling my creativity, so I decided that I wanted to do a dream catcher and a mandala all in one. I wanted to incorporate as many textures as possible, so I thought it would be fun to actually do a dream catcher ring with acrylic and some string. This was probably the hardest part of the whole challenge. In the end, I broke the finished ring and I wanted to strangle myself with the string, but I came back from insane land and made another one. On the inside of my upper arm is a feather and a couple of words that actually stands for not being afraid to follow my dreams and that I got support to do so. So the feathers were also something that I wanted to do. I created them with acrylic, painted the details with acrylic paint and finished it off with some matte top gloss. Then I got the idea to place a dark blue lotus flower next to the word dream. Lotus flower represents chakras and the third eye chakra rules our intuition and imagination. I created the petals with acrylic paint, put it all together and painted it blue and adding some details. I also wanted to have a mysterious kind of feeling to it, so I put some gold glitter in the middle and covered it with a large ball of gel to make it look like a huge glowing water drop gathered in the center. The third word was a little bit trickier, but finally I came up with the word fighter. Arr. As in, I always fight for my dreams like a crazy person. And what better way to symbolize a fighter than with a sword and a shield? I created the sword with acrylic and then painted it with silver chrome gel and acrylic paint on the handle. I also pimped it up a little with a couple of studs. Then I did my shield with acrylic, painted it with some acrylic paint and wrote the word fighter with some black ink. Then I used a matte top gloss and pimped it up to make it look badass. I decided to glue all the tips together to make a mural and to paint it with dark blue shimmering gel colors and then adding some black glitter gel to the top to make an ombre effect to create my kind of mysterious night sky background. Then I painted my dream catcher onto the canvas using acrylic paint and also the word dream and creativity using ink. Last but not least, I attached all of my little buddies onto the canvas using acrylic, adding my Swarovskis to the dream catcher and feathers, and here you have the finished design. I really hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something on the way. I sure did. Thank you so much, Nails Magazine and Cindy, for this awesome challenge. I had a blast doing this, and please keep your fingers crossed for me that I make it to the top 12. Hello!